Respect the cock. And tame the cunt. You are embedding this thought. I am the one who's in charge. I am the one who says yes, no, now, here. Because it's universal, man. It is evolutional, it is anthropological, it is biological. Oh. And you have been warned. Because I have my lasers, I have my tasers, I have my ICBMs, I have my bazookas, I have my jets pointed right at
8 levels of operating thetans. At the highest level, that would be level 8, followers of Scientology have the truth revealed to them. What that truth is, L. Ron Hubbard's science fiction novels are actually real, or you should go get some walking in, or vanilla is the ice cream flavor that works best in a root beer float. Nobody is exactly sure which one is the truth. But Tom Cruise is a level 7, and that means he may not be able to bend spoons with his mind, but he might be able to make a cartoon magically disappear from your TV. Our number 1 story in the countdown tonight, Cruise, Scientology, and South Park. In a moment, a Rolling Stone editor who got a rare inside look at the religion, along with the requisite bullying that followed. First, our correspondent covering this other War of the Worlds, Jennifer London.
In his movies, Tom Cruise is used to battling crime lords and alien invaders, but his latest fight finds him facing off with the 4 foul-mouthed cartoon kids from South Park.
So you're not the prophet, huh? You made me look stupid. I'm going to sue you, too.
Did the controversial Cruise use his Hollywood muscle to muzzle the show? In a sudden schedule change, Comedy Central decided not to repeat an episode ridiculing Scientology and Cruise's sexuality.
Dad! Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet!
Cruise allegedly wanted the episode pulled, or he wouldn't promote his new Paramount movie, Mission Impossible 3. The same corporation, Viacom, owns Paramount and Comedy Central. A spokesman for Cruise denies that any threats were made, saying that promotion for the new film has been going on for months. In another twist, Isaac Hayes, who played the character Chef, abruptly left the show, saying it goes too far mocking religion, including the Church of Scientology, where he and Cruise are members.
A lot of people think that the fact that this episode was killed is more than just a coincidence. But I don't think there's any evidence that Tom Cruise had anything to do with this.
South Park's creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker aren't so sure, releasing this somewhat wacky quote. So, Scientology, you may have won this battle, but the million-year war for Earth has just begun.
Don't you understand, Elron? It's me, Tom Cruise.
If Cruise or anyone else was on a mission to silence the show, the internet has made that impossible. Parts of the episode are available on Comedy Central's website. Jennifer London, NBC News, Los Angeles.
All this following hard upon the departure from the show of Isaac Hayes, the voice of Chef, who happily participated as South Park lampooned every religion, and then when they got around to Scientology, he quit in protest. Janet Reitman is a contributing editor for Rolling Stone. Her article, Inside Scientology, appeared in the magazine's March 9th issue. She joins us now. Thank you for your time tonight.
You're welcome.
Let me start with Mr. Cruise. The episode bashes him, bashes Scientology. He's on a promotional tour for a movie owned by the company that owns Comedy Central, and suddenly the rerun of the episode gets canceled, and there are people who want us to believe this is a coincidence. What is your opinion?
You know, it's kind of anyone's guess what's going on here. I don't think anybody really knows for sure, but you know, I would say that the Church of Scientology is very, very much into doing damage control, and this would sort of indicate an example of that.
When you were writing your piece, is this correct? Tom Cruise actually called, and then his sister, who was his publicist, actually visited the offices?
Yes.
They pulled out of a cover? Tell me the whole story.
Yes, it is. I was just a couple of weeks into reporting this piece when the church got wind of the fact that I was doing it. They had known that I was going to be working on this piece for quite a while, and Tom Cruise did call our offices and talk to the editor of the magazine. And that was followed several weeks later by a visit to our office in New York by his sister, who is at the time his publicist, and who is a high-ranking Scientologist, and also a very senior official of the church, who spent several hours having a meeting with my top editors and inquiring all about my journalistic credibility and about what exactly we were doing, who our sources were, who we were speaking to. They were quite upset that I had taken it upon myself to speak to people who may have left the church, and that kind of thing is, you know, they like to control basically everything that goes on when it comes to the reporting of any story about them, I think. And so they were taken aback that I was talking to people who had left the church, who were critical of the church.
But they seem to move swiftly with you. But about the Isaac Hayes incident, let me play a clip from Mr. Hayes on the Opie and Anthony radio show. It was just after the original episode about Scientology aired last year.
One thing about Matt and Trey, they lampoon everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that serious, then I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge for $2.
So he didn't take it seriously when he acted in it or when it ran as of December of last year, but when there was a rerun, boom, he quits, Scientology gets mad. Does this religion, does it work that slowly? Is there TiVo backed up? Do they get outraged only after it gets delivered by Netflix? What's the drag time there?
You know, I really couldn't tell you. I have a feeling that, and I'm just speaking, you know, my own opinion here, but I really think that the church may not have understood quite the cultural relevance that a show like South Park has and the kind of staying power it has on the internet, and that might have, you know, taken them aback a little bit and probably, you know, been what took such a long time for them to react to this. But you know, they're people who, I honestly can't tell you. I don't know why Isaac Hayes said what he said. One of the things I do know is that many members of the church were active members, including some celebrities, wrote to Rolling Stone after my piece came out. Some of those letters are going to be published in our upcoming issue, which will be on the stands at the end of this week. Mm-hmm. And many of those letters had an eerie similarity to them, actually.
What a surprise that is.
So, you know, whether or not this was Isaac Hayes making a decision, whether it was the church encouraging Isaac Hayes to make this decision, I couldn't tell you, but I know that I received quite a lot of emails that sounded quite similar.
We will draw our own conclusions about that. But lastly and quickly here, the statement from the producers of South Park. So Scientology, you've won this battle, but the million-year war for Earth has just begun. I'm just guessing this is not going to get a lot of laughs at Scientology HQ.
No. They don't take that stuff with much of a grain of salt there at all. I think they take everything quite seriously. So.
And you didn't see in your reporting, you never saw anything about Scientology and the jumping up and down on couches, right? That's not connected. That was just something else. That has nothing to do with that has something to do with Cruise, but not with Scientology.
That's what they say. Well, one of the things is enthusiasm ranks very high in the Scientology tone scale. So I think they saw this as a positive. Let's put it that way.
Somebody had to. Janet Reitman of Rolling Stone. Great, thanks for your time.
Don't you understand, Elron? It's me, Tom Cruise. Well, haven't I done well, Elron? Haven't you enjoyed my acting? Which film did you like best? I'm nothing. I'm a failure in the eyes of the prophet. Ah!
It's been 4 hours now, and Tom Cruise still will not come out of the closet. Hundreds of onlookers have gathered here in hopes that the celebrity will finally give in.
Tom Cruise, this is Park County Police. Please come out of the closet.